Hello everybody and welcome to Robot Wars Reborn Rematches. Today's rematch, if it isn't obvious, the 2016 Grand Final between Apollo and Carbide.
Apollo goes straight onto the attack, but I think they've taken too much damage there. They can get in underneath that blade, they can flip, they can cause trouble, and they've done it!
Apollo and Carbide were in the arena with each other 3 times. First, Shockwave lost and sent both of them to the head-to-head. Then Carbide in the first round knocked out Apollo in a couple hits. The two of them finished top 2 after the head-to-head battles and met one more time to decide who would win, with Apollo fighting a much better match, winning a unanimous decision to claim the 2016 title. Before we get into the match, let's go through the changes that happened to each bot. Nothing to Apollo because it was a fan creation from Doodle, so we don't do that. But Carbide, as you can see, not only has a new blade, but he's been skinned. This is the first time I've actually done this. Still learning to perfect it. It is kind of difficult, but it looks decent. Except for those little bits there in the front. That's a little glitch. I don't know exactly how to fix that. I'll figure it out. But yeah, Carbide looks nice. Kind of. Oh shit, wrong arena. Alright, hold on guys. Made a mistake.
From Derby, Carbide. From Birmingham, Apollo. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
2 times these bots have met, and once with another robot joining them, but he did not last very long, so it didn't really matter. Carbide coming in with that new blade and the new skin, but flipped by Apollo early on. What will Apollo's strategy be? Will he go for the pit? Well, it looks like he did. Or is he going to go for an outside of the arena toss? I believe both options are within his capability. He's already got one decent flip on Carbide and one half flip, I guess we could call it. And Carbide is backed into the corner, struggling with the inverted controls. Apollo trying to make sure he doesn't back into the pit. Ooh, that was close there. We'll have to be careful. Carbide trying to find his bearings, and there's a flip from Apollo, and into the pit Carbide goes.
Cease.
The strategy executed to perfection. Fairly straightforward for Apollo. He got the flip that he needed. Carbide fell in. Very easy. And he stays unbeaten.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Round 2 between champion Apollo and the bot that fell at his expense, Carbide. Carbide with a straight-on attack and Apollo with an early flip. Good start for him there. He won another good start like he had to the first match. Trying to get to the backside of Apollo with the now wedge that's going the wrong way. It looks like Carbide struggling with inverted controls a little bit, not too much, but getting good shots in. Apollo with big damage on both sides and a missed flip as well. He hasn't gone for the pit release yet, a little surprising, seeing as how well that strategy worked the first time. Have they changed strategies? What's he going for now? Trying to dodge the blade. Oh, and he's flipped himself. And back up he goes. But a big miss there. And he gets under Carbide and flips him again. So he's gotten a few flips early. Carbide with more damage. Oh, he's going for the flip out of the arena. Carbide smacking into the wall. And Apollo leaning against it. Flips himself out of it. And now he's going over for the pit release, it seems. Perhaps the outside of the arena flip is what he wanted. And after that last flip, he figured out he couldn't get it. He attacks Carbide again on the opposite side of the arena from what he'll want. So maybe he'll have to get the outside of the arena flip. It may be his only hope. Oh, there's a big flip there from Apollo. And up and over goes Carbide. But the damage on the front of Apollo is really starting to show now. And he's got him near the wall. Can he flip him outside? He can keep toppling him, but that might not win him this fight with the damage he's taking. Now trying to lure Carbide over towards the pit. He's got him a little bit closer. He gets another flip. He's got him again. Oh, and he's on the side of the wall. Carbide falling back into the arena. Well, Apollo's doing a good job of getting in the right position, but he just can't get the flip he needs. And he's running out of time because The body is taking severe damage. He's been dominating the fight, so if it goes to the judges, he may win. But that's impressive damage. He's got Carbide again on the edge. Oh, and he's back in. He's defied the laws of physics and gravity there. How is Carbide still in the arena? And how is Apollo, for that matter, not knocked out yet? Significant damage. Smoke now coming out. Carbide may be on his way to a victory. Time running up for both bots. Another flip for Apollo. Another good shot from Carbide, and he's nearly got him knocked out. But we've got about 10 seconds remaining. Who's going to get the flip or the hit that ends this fight? And it's Carbide that does it! Apollo has been beaten, finally. Well, we kind of expected that Apollo was going to lose to someone like Carbide, and it was probably a given he'd lose one of these fights at least. There it is! Carbide wins, Apollo's beaten, 1-1, we go to a third fight.
3, 2, 1, activate.
So the 2016 Grand Final rematch goes to a third fight. Apollo and Carbide, one each. And now Carbide 2-1 in the shots. Apollo going for the pit release immediately. Carbide was driving very close to it when it deployed. That could have been a very unfortunate defeat for him. Instead, he retreats away towards a floor flipper. Apollo with a nice flip right on the head of Carbide. Gets under him easily there, and another toss. Apollo having a decent time getting under him, but not avoiding the blade and not avoiding the damage. There's another flip. He's under him again, and another quick one. But he suffered bad damage on the front right side. Look at it. The dents and the scars caused from Carbide. Here comes Apollo again. He's underneath him. Can he get him towards the wall and out? Or towards the pit? Decent flip there towards the pit release button. That's already been activated, Apollo. You don't have to do that again. You just got to get him in now. And a stalemate between the two. Carbide trying to avoid the whole half of the arena where the pit lies. That may not be a problem for Apollo. He could still flip him out of the arena on the edge. He just doesn't have enough power in the flippers, and especially now that he's taken so much damage. But once again, he was close. It's all about the weight distribution of Carbide when he gets on the edge like that. Another flip from Apollo. Trying to lure Carbide towards the pit release again. Gets him against the wall. Misses opportunity. But not that one. Gets another flip. Carbide comes down again and gets a good hit. And another good hit. And then Carbide falls on the angle grinder. Apollo nearly knocked out. He's smoking a little bit. Not too much. But he's got to be very careful when he goes in for the next flip. It could be his last. And Carbide backing away again very smartly. Apollo trying to work towards the backside away from the blade, and he doesn't do it! He backs right into it! Carbide has knocked him out yet again! That's the one thing that sucks about Robot Arena 2. Flippers are always up against it unless you have ram plates, and then it becomes OP. There's not really a middle ground here. So Carbide able to win the series 2-1 with a brilliant comeback. Might not have been the best question to ask, but here's what I'm going to go with. Say Carbide never destroyed the wall that stopped the fight that led the Shockwave team to discover their bot couldn't compete. Could Shockwave have sent one of these two out before the grand final head-to-heads? Have your say below. And if you want to see more from each recreated design, check out Robot Wars Reborn on this channel. Carbide appearing in episode 12, Apollo in episode 15. Thanks for watching, have a good one.
From Oxford in Oxfordshire, Terahertz. From Gwent in Wales, the number 8 seed, Panic Attack.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1.